Wrestling Brothers Breakdown.
We're brothers.
Who like wrestling?
What was on the show for today, or what did we just watch?
What's on the show today? We are talking about AEW Dynasty. We're only a few days behind, but such is life, and we are busy. So I watched the show on Sunday Night Live, and Brad watched it yesterday on Wednesday?
I watched it partly Sunday, some Monday, some Tuesday, and finished up today.
Man, could you just stay up till 2 a.m. and just watch it?
I mean, I could. So yeah, I've already been not getting great sleep anyways. Yay, fun time. And shout out to my dentist who ripped out a bone spur on my mouth a couple days ago? Yeah.
What?
So
Oh, man. That sounds
I had
painful.
a bone spur from my anti-shout out to my dentist growing up. Just kidding. When they removed my wisdom teeth, apparently a chunk just stayed in there and stayed dormant for a while and then grew and started causing me problems here 22 years later. So,
Wow. What
yeah.
luck you have.
Yes, it was great to,
Why don't you go buy
get
some
numbed up.
Powerball tickets or something?
Oh, it hurts. It still hurts a little bit, but man, that was,
I had a root canal one
yeah,
time, and that didn't feel good, so.
yeah, that was not fun. So,
All right, so
apparently you're starting a new dynasty. Let's just jump into the numbers.
yeah, no, okay, yeah. So let's
7-3.
Brad goes 7-3 on the picks. I went 8-2 to retain, and still
And
AEW
we're gonna have
Pick'em's
to edit this part
champion.
out.
Brad's bold take did not hit.
That's why it's
Osprey
bold.
did not win by submission.
I don't
Osprey
try for the easy stuff like
Osprey
you.
hit with his elbow move, and then so you missed on that. So your your bold takes are 4-11. My dashing take did hit. MJF did get involved in the tag team championship match, which wasn't a super dashing take, but it was a little bit dashing.
See, I go for the bold, just
Yes.
like this fella.
So my dashing takes are up to 5-5. So your record of picks is better because you've won a lot more WWE ones. But I'll catch up. My numbers are catching up to yours, so that's
Little
2 in
bit.
a
So I
row
got
for
that.
AEW for me. So
Do you update your pay-per-view wins? I'm still twice as much.
yes, I updated it. I was at 3 and now it's at 4.
Man, it's like a dynasty for wins for me.
So we're catching up, but I've got the belt still, and coming up in 2 weeks we got WrestleMania, and so I'll win that one back and have my 2 belts again like I was
We're
earlier.
gonna do, man. That's gonna be a lot of recording for that. It's like 2 nights. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. Yeah, I saw somebody already posted a preview show, and I'm like, they don't even have all the matches set.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you making whatever? And just put out another show the next day, I guess.
Yep.
Some people have way more free time than we do. All right, so let's talk Dynasty. So
First match
I don't
was
think I
Will
wrote them down
Ospreay
in order.
versus. I almost said LA Knight.
Go ahead. Will
Will
Ospreay
Ospreay-
versus Kevin
Knight.
Knight. Yeah,
Yeah, I
just
almost
wrote
said
down
LA
Kevin.
Knight. It was a good opening match. I gave it a solid 4 out of 5. Those guys just have great chemistry.
Yeah, they're good. The Ospreay is always a good, solid way to start a pay-per-view, and he started the last couple, I think. He starts Dynamite a lot too, and his music everyone gets fired up for his music, and he puts on a good show. I
Yep.
gave it 3 stars, but that was me trying to rank them 6 days later. I'm trying to remember, so
Yeah.
I'm going off of memory.
I went back and watched highlights again. And I was like, oh, and I had taken my notes when I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, this. My favorite move was I think Osprey went for the Styles Clash, and then they got reversed into a DDT on
Oh,
the
that's
ramp.
right. Yeah, down on the mat. Yeah, that
Oh,
was cool.
I was like, oh man, that. Yeah, so good, solid opening match. You know, Knight looked pretty good, and Osprey moved on, which is the right call, obviously. And
Yep, in the
I
tournament.
think
Yep.
we'll have more stuff in the future. He'll be a world champion and main title hunt here soon, hopefully.
I
No
think
more
that's
Death
going to happen
Riders,
come
retired
July.
event.
So, all right, what was the second match?
That was wrong way on my note. Oh, the tag team. The tag team
match, yes.
championship match on a PLE or a pay-per-view.
Yes.
Oh my
Hurt
goodness.
Syndicate versus the Learning Tree. The
Bill and
Learning
Keith.
Tree Stooges.
Big Bill. I like how they tagged Big Bill, man. He looked good. Him and Lashley, like,
I think he's going to go singles here in a little while, sometime
yeah.
soon.
I thought
So
it was a pretty good match.
It was
I
a
gave
good
it 3.5
match.
stars.
I gave it 3 stars. Yeah, they failed to take over, and obviously the Hurt Syndicate wasn't going to lose anytime soon.
Yeah.
MJF kind of got a little bit of interference, but not a ton. So, but they're going to keep building that story.
Yeah. I like that he just popped up out of nowhere and I was like, that's pretty good.
I saw somebody posted a pic who was there, and they're like, "I see you, MJF," and he was like hiding behind the barrier.
But this could be a new tag team. Bill and Keith, they looked pretty good. And it seemed like recently, at least going back watching all the Hurt Syndicate matches, it's like Lashley's like the number one guy, and brain fart.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin is like kind of like the second fiddle, but this time they kind of looked more like equals.
Yeah, Shelton's good.
I
It's
mean,
easy
yeah,
to underestimate him, but he's good.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
He's got the amateur wrestling, right? Like,
I think so.
yeah.
I like when the crowd just chants, "We hurt people, we hurt people." Like that's so 8th grade, but I love it.
It works, right? That's probably on their shirt. Maybe that's a T-shirt I need to get, but then they'll probably break up too. So
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But yeah, I liked it. It was a good solid match. It was a good tag team match, which I like tag team matches when they work well together.
Yep.
I
All
like
right, what
it.
was the third match?
Oh, our favorite Monet versus
Oh yes, Monet
Hart.
versus Julia Hart.
Yeah.
Yep, I like Julia Hart, and then she's back. I think she's got cool music,
I'm
and
not
she was
sure.
kind of
I
looking
don't
that
know
weird
much about her,
dark
so
vibe when she was with House of Black. But now that they're
Yeah.
kind of like breaking up, because Aleister Black is leaving,
yeah, it's going back
he's gonna go back to WWE. Yeah.
to WWE.
So, but there's not enough story there, so I think Monet is gonna keep it till All In, and that was the right pick. Monet looked a little more not botchy, but not smooth. There was
It was awkward.
there was some awkwardness and some clunkiness, and like we're trying too hard to do this move, and it's all right, get in position, and then and now you slide, and like it just didn't. So like when luchadors flow smoothly, it looks awesome, and when it's clunky and doesn't flow smoothly, you can just tell.
Yeah.
So I only gave it 3 stars for that.
I gave it 2.75. It was, some awkward moments. It was okay. I mean, you kind of figured
I think
Monet
it was a little long
gonna
too,
win.
but I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a match. This probably was the bathroom match for some people. I don't know. You get tired of a champion. You're like, oh, they're gonna win and do the same old, same old.
All right, what was match number 4?
The trios match, the Death
the trios
Riders
match.
versus Rated FTR.
This is one we both picked wrong. We both picked Rated FTR to go over.
Mm-hmm.
They did not go over.
Nope.
They lost, so I was like, oh, Death Riders, yay, continues. They actually had the belts, though, out for once. I was surprised, which was nice. But then we had quite the heel turn.
Uh-huh.
And I thought they were going to break up. I was like, oh, FTR is breaking up.
Nope.
And then, oh, no, Cash
beating up
decides
on
to go
Mr.
heel
Copeland.
with Mr. Dax Harwood himself as well. And so that's, I mean, props to them. That'll be a good character change for them, something new for them. I guess they needed it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go. Is Adam Copeland going on vacation or back on the shelf? He's just been losing.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're like, hey,
I don't know.
you can win in October and hurry up and lose till then. I don't know.
I mean, I gave it 3.5. It was decent. I loved, what was it? Like all 6 of them were in some sort of submission hold at one time.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. You don't see that too often because you don't see too many trio matches, but
Yeah, I gave it 3 stars as well. It was okay.
then I wasn't expecting the turn on Edge. Yeah, that guy.
Cope.
So, Cope. I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe he's taking a little break, or him and Christian can go fight the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys for their 25th anniversary of the TLC. So
I read somewhere, I think it's just, it's kind of setting the seeds that him and Christian can team up and then go against the Bucks or somebody or whoever for a tag run maybe, but
hey, I'd
or
be all
maybe
for
even
that.
against FTR, but who knows? Yeah, so they've got time to build something.
I'd be all for that.
All right, what was the 5th match?
Timeless Tony Storm
Women's
versus
World Championship versus
Bane.
Megan Bane, the humongous Amazon.
Dude, holy cow.
She's big and strong. She looked good.
Yeah. And I know the ending probably protected her, but I don't.
Remind me.
It was like a roll up, easy kind of just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like you stole it or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, they made her
Like,
look really strong, and like Timeless Tony Storm barely got out of there with the win. I mean, we knew she was going to retain, but they made it look good. and like you're like, oh, she's got a real chance of losing because this girl's just so much stronger and bigger.
Yeah.
So I think she's
It
gonna
was a
have a
solid
good.
match.
It was a good match. I gave this one 4 stars. It was good.
I get 3.75. So, I mean, you get good champs that we like, unlike Monet, and you're like, oh, this is actually a good match. Like, I'm going to be invested in it. And
Yeah. So I think Megan Bain's got a bright future, got a lot of
yeah,
potential. So it'll be interesting to see how her stories play out.
yep, yep.
All right, match number 6 was
Briscoe versus, was it Kyle Fletcher?
Kyle
I keep
Fletcher
wanting to
versus
say
Mark
Kevin
Briscoe.
Fletcher.
This one I gave 4 stars, and this one was from the get-go obviously much more hard-hitting and brutal. It wasn't like bloody or violent like that, but
Yeah.
you could just tell like they were hitting each other hard and going fast and kicking, and like you
Yep.
just hear the punches and stuff, and it's like they're gonna be sore.
Yep.
And Kyle Fletcher just looked awesome. So, and Mark
He's grown
Briscoe
on
is
me.
good too.
I know he's crazy, but he's just kind of growing, like just the way he wrestles. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I like Kyle Fletcher. He's got a lot of potential.
I gave it 3.5 stars. I liked when Briscoe, he was on the stands and he used like a fan's head to help himself
Yeah.
balance while he could walk across and
And do
stuff.
elbow
So
drops right to the flat floor. I was like, oh, that's gotta hurt.
I was like, oh man, that's funny. I was like, I like that using some fan interference for a good thing, not a bad thing. Like, oh, hold on, let me hold your head there and
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of,
gonna balance off you.
So it was entertaining, but you kind of had an idea that Fletcher was going to win. I don't know if they're still going to go Fletcher Osprey for the championship again. Not for again, but you know what
In
I'm
the
saying. Like they're
tournament,
going to battle again. So
yeah, it'd
I
be
don't know.
interesting to see how the tournament plays out.
So, but we're getting along there. So,
All right, what was match number 7?
the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho versus
Bandito.
Bandito.
Oh, this is where so we started getting into the matches where you and me picked differently. And
Yeah,
this one,
technically I was right at first,
you were
right?
right at first, yes.
So, like, do we get a win and then
Jericho
like a
wins, and I'm
loss?
like,
Like, I don't.
what? I was like, oh, they're really going to unmask Bandito? Like, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't do that to him because he's a pretty big star down like in Mexico and stuff.
And that lady ref, the other one there, was like, "Oh, there's the bat. Let's pull the bat out." I'm like, "Oh, he
Yeah.
cheated!" And da 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 da. And I'm like, "Are you
Like,
serious?"
you don't have reviews for every other match in the world where everyone cheats, but then they're like, oh, they're going to restart. And I was like, oh, if they're restarting it, Jericho is screwed.
Well,
And so,
Bandito held him up. He like held him up for a minute. That was pretty cool.
oh, yes, that was crazy. 1 whole minute of the suplex.
Like an old Goldberg jackhammer, just holding him up. They're like, "Yep, yep."
I thought he would go for 20 seconds, and then I was like, okay, maybe 25, 30. Okay. And
40, nope, 50, nope.
I was like, wow, a whole minute. So that was cool.
Solid 3 out of 5. I wasn't a fan of the ending, but I
I
get
gave it a
it.
4 just because the story twists. Like when it happened, I was like, oh, and like this is like silly and crazy, but I was like, and it's gonna go my way, so that made me happy. And it was shenanigans and wrestling, and so I was happy. The shenanigans went my way, so I was like, I win the match, so I'm 1 up on Brad while we still got a few more matches to go.
And then if you watch Dynamite, I watched some of it. I saw Jericho, and he's disappointed at the Learning Tree
Yeah, I saw
people.
the headlines. I'm gonna start watching it later tonight to catch
So
up on it.
maybe it'll be like either a split for them, or maybe it's time for Jericho, to go away for a little bit and get a new character or something. I don't know.
He'll do something good. He's always good at reinventing himself, so
Yeah, he's old, but I mean he's
still entertaining. I like
oh
him.
yeah.
He's on the
So
shelf.
yep. Oh,
What was match
Adam
number 8?
Cole. Bebe, Adam Cole versus
Daniel
Garcia.
Garcia. Oh, yes. For the TNT Championship.
Uh-huh.
This
Dude,
one, I chose right and you chose wrong.
when Cole hurt, I thought he really hurt his ankle, and having ankle injuries all throughout high school and some of college, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you just freak out. And then they're like, oh,
Well, he had his foot like replaced. Like he broke a bone in his foot. Like
yeah. And
he's
so
got
just,
they had to put a cadaver bone in. Like when he broke his bone, like it
oh,
disintegrated it like into dust. So they
nope.
had to he had to get a cadaver bone put in his
But
foot.
yeah, like stuff like that, it draws me in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're really injured, and they'll get through it. I'm like, either they're really tough or they really tricked me. But
Yeah. No, I know like when you look at like Cody Rhodes and you see his big scar, like I understand that because I have a big scar here on my my bicep where I had surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know what that line means, and I know how many months it means of recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
This one was good. I like it was a 4 out of 5. It seemed to be more methodical and kind of slow with its buildup, not just we're gonna go heavy, hard hitting really fast, so
yeah,
I enjoyed it. It
I
was
enjoyed it. I
good.
gave it 4 stars. They're both smaller guys and not huge and ripped, but it's nice to see that not everyone has to be all roided up and humongous
Hmm.
to put on
Adam
entertaining
Cole,
matches.
baby.
And so this is Adam Cole, or yeah, Adam Cole's first belt in AEW. So
Really?
yeah, I think so. Or first singles belt. I think he may have been tag champ for something,
Okay. That's like that's just man,
but
is
yeah.
he
So
is he
cool
an
for him.
OG one? He came when that started?
Pretty close to the beginning. Not quite the
Okay.
beginning, but he came from NXT over.
Yeah.
And so when he won, I jumped up and yelled because I was like, "Yes, I beat Brad!" Because I knew of the 3 matches, I just picked 2 of them that we differed on. So I
Yeah.
was like, it doesn't matter now how the last one goes. So, and then I was
Match.
surprised that this.
Oh, sorry.
Why did this
No.
pay per view have 10 matches instead of 8, and it went for 4.5 hours versus 4 hours? I was like, okay, I like. I
Bro,
think
main event kicked off at like 11:50 Eastern. I was like, man,
four
everybody's
hours
just
was just is about right for me. And then I was like, I don't need 10 matches. 8 is fun, plenty.
yeah.
Better than 3 or 5 sometimes.
Next up, match of the night, just like I probably called it, the triple threat match.
Oh yeah, you did. This was definitely match of the
Oh,
night.
I went and watched that again today. I was like,
I'm
no,
gonna go rewatch it. Yeah, 5 stars easily. Match of the night.
Kenny Omega, Ricochet, dude, he is growing in that heel, and I love
Yeah,
it.
and Mike Speedball, man, he is
Oh my
impressive.
gosh.
There's the way he does that spin, 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 kick to the face, and he hits it like so accurately, and it looks like he just kicked the crap out of him in the face.
And how about the announcer dude saying, show some love for Ricochet when he's walking down and announcing him? I was like, what? That's different. So I noticed that. He said, show some love for Ricochet
I don't
when
remember,
he's
but
announcing them as a contestant. So I was like, okay. But yeah,
yeah.
I love the heel work he's doing. And then they kept making fun of him for being bald and slapping him on the head, and then bald forever. The crowd would chant that multiple times.
Oh,
Dude,
I missed that.
I was dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it again. I
They'd
was just
slap
so
him in the head, and
yeah.
then he'd be like, "Oh," and the crowd would be like, "Bald forever," and then bald for. And he's like, "No, no, 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 no."
I was just impressed with Speedball Mike Bailey. He's just started a couple weeks ago in AEW, and just like every match he puts on is just crazy. He's a smaller dude, and he can just kick like crazy, and he can
Huh?
do all kinds of flips and tricks. And they did all kinds of moves and submissions and reversals and 3-way moves and just
Yeah,
creative
all three
stuff
of
you
them
never
had
seen
like a
before.
double pin attempt for both, or
Yep,
they all got like a double pin attempt. That was great. Like that I don't know about match of the year, but that was just
it was a
I
good
was
one.
that was amazing. Like and Ricochet getting on commentary and yelling at people,
Oh,
and
and then
then
a guy came over and
taking
just
the
kicked him right in the face. That was great.
oh man, so he's blossoming finally with some heel work, and just
Yeah,
I love it. Like,
it's good to see that he can be more than just the jobber who can flip.
yeah,
So I'm glad his character has grown as well. Yeah, Kenny Omega retained. It was the right pick, and they made it look well, but they made you like worry too for a good half the match. I'm like, okay, come on, Kenny.
uh-huh. And
And then
then Okada came out afterwards, right?
yeah,
And so
they're teasing all in some more.
Okada
So
versus Omega,
I think they're gonna yeah
title versus
at all
title.
in. And they're gonna unify them. I think both those 2 mid
Okay.
card titles probably since we don't need that many mid card belts. I think they're finally
Yeah,
realizing
but that's still, I mean, that'll be, I think that'll be a good match. Yeah, Omega looked good too. I mean, they all just
it was good.
that was great. And then whose house? Swerve's house.
Swerve's house
Not quite Swerve's house.
close.
Versus Moxley. I gave it 2.5 because of the ending. Didn't really make much sense, and even watching Dynamite didn't really help
I
at
gave it
all.
4 stars. So yes, I did not like the ending, and neither did the internet. But Moxley looked better than he has. He looked more violent and more aggressive. He
I'll
still
give you
tried to
that. Yeah,
pull a
that's
crappy
true.
Roman Reigns interference finish, but everybody and their brother came out to help run them off. So I was like, okay, that's good. And they had that cool ladder spot onto the table,
Yeah.
and they had another cool spot. I forgot what it was. And Swerve looked good. He had his cool Static Shock gear on. That looked
Yeah, he
cool.
does.
And then just out of nowhere, the lights go out, and I'm like, okay, what's this crap? And the Bucks of all people show up. I did
The
not
announcers,
expect
we
that.
apologize, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, I was
for the
like, don't have
power
to apologize.
outage.
I did not expect the Bucks to appear
Oh
or
yeah,
to
it's
help
like
Moxley.
what?
So
Yeah, just
whatever. So obviously Mox is keeping it till All In. I don't know what they're gonna do for Double or Nothing, but
and that's in about a month
Double or
or
Nothing's in Labor Day weekend, not Labor
so.
Day, Memorial Day weekend in May.
Labor Day, like wow, that's a bit
Memorial
far.
Day, and then so nobody's gonna have like a 2 month or a month and a half run. I don't think.
Yeah,
So obviously Moxley's gonna keep it till July. So
yeah.
they said that all their ratings are up and all their sales are up with Mox being champion, even though the internet community is kind of up in arms about this storyline. So they're like, we don't care. We're making money.
Yep. Once we
So
stop, we're like,
yeah.
okay, got you.
So
So
it's either gonna be Osprey or Hangman against, but it gives them time to build a good story to July. So I can't fault them
yeah,
for that. So
I think it'll be Offspray. I saw some stuff from Dynamite that it's kind of leaning towards that. So I mean, overall, little long on the pay-per-view, but still a good solid one. It just now their video packages aren't as great recapping, I think, as WWE, but just seeing new wrestlers that I don't know that well,
yeah,
I enjoy it because I'm like,
and they're
oh,
good. Kyle
oh,
Fletcher's
this is
good.
wow,
Speedball Mike
like,
Bailey's insanely good.
oh my gosh, yeah,
I mean, it's just a good exposure to something new. It's not so formula. So yeah, it was
yeah,
a little long for my tastes. I'd say I'd give it 3 stars. It was okay, close to good, maybe good,
yeah,
maybe 4 stars, between 3 and 4. I don't know.
3.5, yeah, it's pretty solid,
So not quite as good as Revolution, but Revolution's almost always one of their better pay-per-views of the year.
yeah.
So, but it'll be good. So they changed some stories up, and then they got Double or Nothing coming up in May. So I
Well,
enjoyed it.
I'll keep this belt here. Oh, wrong side. This belt here, wherever it is, my WWE, and then I'll go get your
Yeah, I want to come
AEW
back to
belt
the
back.
being 2 belts. I'll get my 2 belts back.
It's been nice. I've had two belts for a long
So
time.
yeah, we got WrestleMania coming up in 2 weeks. We'll do some shows and talk about that. There's some shenanigans going on there as well. So,
Mhm.
but we'll save that for another show. They were already at 22 some odd minutes for this one. So
Yep.
good times, Dynasty. We'll get it posted. MJF, I like him a lot. He was a good
Good
champ.
guy.
He'll get another run someday.
Oh yeah.
If Mox is on his 4th one, come on, give MJF his 2nd one.
Well,
So
he'll win that. He'll win that AEW ring tournament.
yeah, five
Won it
years in a
all
row.
5 years. So
All right, that's going to do it for our show. Hit us up on the socials at WB Breakdown Show on X and Instagram, at Wrestling Brothers Breakdown on
whatever
YouTube.
we call ourselves nowadays.
One of our
So,
shorts got like 1,500 views, so that was cool the other
hey,
day.
there you go.
So
Acknowledge us.
we got we get a new subscriber about once every 2 weeks. So we're slowly growing. So thank you for subscribing, hanging out. Send us your messages.
Oh yeah.
We love to talk wrestling. So we will catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Later.